G'day coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today we've got the much anticipated 2024 Wombat. This is quite a new series. This is only the fourth one in this series, and I think for me it's one of the best ones that I've seen so far, and I think it's pretty cool. And I love it when there's a new series and something that you can still go back and buy some of the older coins and end up collecting the whole series. So I'd love to know in the comments below, do you collect this Wombat series? Is it something that you've started collecting yourself? This for me is my first Wombat that I've collected, and having a look at some of the past, there's one or two there that I don't mind thinking about going back in, but given that it's still quite new, it's not that expensive to go back and try and get the full set and then collect it moving forward. So for me, this cost me around $58, so a little bit of premium, but not too bad given that we've got silver is getting close to that $50 per ounce for Australian currency. So that's just absolutely amazing how much silver is, and gold has hit $4,000 an ounce. So it's definitely pretty good to be investing in gold and silver right now. So this one here is minted to 25,000, so pretty reasonable mintage. It's not going to make it scarce to get these, and I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be like in the international market, if this is something that people in the US or other countries are looking to collect like some of the other ones. So I'd love to know in the comments below, do you think this is something that the US or any other countries are looking to collect, or is this something very specific to Australia that people like their wombats, and unlike the kookaburras that we do know is quite internationally collectible. So this one here, we've got the Wombat with the little baby here with a little bit of shrubs down the below. We've got the gum tree there with a couple other gum trees, and you can really see the bark on the gum tree, so they've got a little bit of detail within that. You got a few clouds and the birds, so I really want to point out the birds in this one. They look like those kind of M's that you used to draw when you're a bit younger, and you're trying to do some birds in the background. You used to draw some little M's, so that's kind of how they got the birds pictured there. So not too bad, but just something a little bit different to point out. I do like how they've got the background there frosted, and everything else kind of shiny, and that one gum tree is shiny there, so it really makes it pop out a little bit. So not too bad in that design. You got the P125 up here. Now this one's very different to quite a few other designs that we're seeing with the kookaburra and the few of the other key ones here, where it's got a whole silver kind of proof-like finish circle around the whole perimeter of the coin itself. So it's making the actual design smaller than what you'd normally see on some of the other ones, which for me is a little bit of a miss. Where the kookaburra, it kind of takes in the whole planchet of the coin, and you just got the word kookaburra within that image. This one here, they've kind of shrunk it and made it look like a smaller coin. So I'm not sure, and they've kept that for the whole series, which is still good, but it is quite different to some of the other ones that we've come to get too used to right now. So obviously down here you got 2024 1 ounce 4 nines fine silver Wombat at the top, and on this side here we've got King Charles effigy from Dan Thorne, $1 denomination, which we're used to on all our 1 ounce silver coins. So not too bad from that aspect. Now I'll go through some of the other coins that have been released, and then I'll go through the micro engraving on this one here. It's a nice easy one to find. So in 2023, which is probably my favorite, I think I like the 2023 design. It's the sleeping Wombat. So you got the Wombat kind of sleeping in the bit of grass there. It looks really, really nice. I think it's kind of a cutish kind of design. 2022 is just a Wombat standing on the side. So it's just really showing the side profile of a Wombat. It's kind of a more simplistic image. So if you compare it to this one here, where you've got a lot more of the background and a lot more of the foreground coming into play with the image, that one there is a lot more simple, kind of just here's your side of a Wombat, and there's your coin. And pretty much the same for 2021, where you've just got a Wombat facing forward. So that's something that is kind of, you know, the designer was a little bit not putting as much emphasis in the background and the nature that you see a wombat in. So I'd love to see a wombat with a burrow that's coming out of a burrow that's just dug. Obviously, they're probably not going to do a roadkill one, which is where we probably see in Australia most of our wombats, unfortunately, is killed on the side of the road from being hit by a car, because they're definitely not the fastest animals. They do walk very, very slow across the road. They're obviously known for burrowing in the ground, which is something that I reckon we'll see in the future. Definitely some kind of that digging and one of the face coming out of the hole. But this is, for me, probably the second best one that I've seen out of the very small series that we've seen so far. For me, the sleeping one is the best and probably the more collectible one. 25,000 is a reasonable mintage for this kind of thing. I think you're going to find it's not going to hold much premium in the future. You always see the first one will, because it is the first one, but I don't know if this is going to be like that kind of kookaburra and koala kind of really super collectible, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. So I'd love to know what you personally think around that. So what I might do now is go through where the micro engraving is. So with this one here, it's in the W for Wombat. So you can see there's the W up there, and I'll get the micro engraving. So it's obviously not the mint mark over here to the right, but I'll show you right up there in a sec. All right, so I'll bring my trusty micro camera into play here, and let's have a good look at where the micro engraving is, and also having a look around the coins. So as we can see here, the bottom right of the Wombat, you can see the P pretty clearly there for Perth Mint. That is your micro security engraving. Like, it's almost impossible to see it with the naked eye unless you get the light writing, but you can just see the quality around this coin. I'm not going to take it out of the capsule, otherwise I might ruin the coin a bit, but you can see, looking around the coin and having a quick look at the quality of the coin, it looks pretty neat. So let's see if we can get, there's a wombat's face kind of there, you can see it there. It's not too bad. So good little unique design. So pretty cool to look at that from that perspective, and let's try and get it in the right lighting. See if you can see that little P at the bottom of that W when it comes to natural lighting. So I'll try and get it as best focus as I can. Sometimes you can just see it if you get the right lighting on it, but from a naked eye it is definitely hard to see. So chuck in the comments below, what do you think about this Wombat? Have you collected this series before? And give us a thumbs up if you like this video and you like the Wombat and the Perth Mint coins. For me, the quality of this is absolutely spot on. For a bullion silver coin, the quality is absolutely beautiful. So I'm very happy with the Perth Mint and what they've produced there. Make sure you do subscribe to Dan the Collecting Man. We've got a lot of cool coins, really cool coins actually coming out very, very soon that I'm getting some good access to. So I'm really excited to make the content of that. I've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about and show in the next month. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.